Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a new mock military video. Today we have the UH-60 Black Hawk from United States of America. This is my third version of this awesome helicopter. You can find on the channel also the first and the second versions. Maybe the first one was not so good, the second one almost, while here with the third one we are closer to the perfection. In this video, as usual, I'll show you all the little features this mock has that maybe you cannot see properly in the previous photos, especially for the moving parts or extra parts you can see here. But before starting, the usual reminders. In the caption of the video you can find very useful links, such as the one to get the instructions to build this one and my other creations, links to get third-party brakes that are cheaper compared to the original one, and even the full set when available. Moreover, you can also find the playlist with my all other creations, divided by categories, so it should be easier to find what you like most. And now we can start checking the today's mock. As usual, this one is in 1:35 scale, that is the minifigure standard scale, and in fact inside you can already see some minifigures, just to show you that they can fit inside. Outside we can find two kinds of weapons. You can choose between a heavy machine gun and a rotary Gatling gun. You can choose the one you like most, while here these extra parts are covers for the weapons connection. The weapons can connect here or here, same for the other side of course, but if you do not want to add the weapons, you can cover these sections with these parts. Maybe on one side we add the covers and on the other side we keep the weapons connection. And done. On this side we have it without the weapons connections, while here they are present, so I can show you both situations. Now let's start from the moving parts first. The main and I think more obvious are the main rotor here that of course can rotate 360 degrees like this, but you can also tilt it in every direction. We have a ball joint inside here. Thanks to it we can move it in every direction like this, see? You can get a little bit of tilt for it, while for the back rotor, the one present here, you can see we have already it tilted like the real one, and this one can only rotate very simply this way. Now if we continue here with the tail, we have this part of the tail that can move up and down a little bit, not so much, but you can change the inclination for this one as well. Of course you can see many other little details, but these are also visible in the photos, like here we have an antenna, beacon light here, another beacon light here below, the landing gear, chaff launchers here on the side, more details here and there. There are people more expert than me which probably know what these details are for. If you know me, you should be aware that when I find a reference image, I try to implement all the details possible I see in the photo. Even if I don't know what they are for, I try to implement them. Then if we move here, we can find the exhaust for the engines. These are for the latest version of the UH-60 Black Hawk. Also the Apache has the same exhaust, well, not the same kind, but the principle is the same because they point upwards to dispel the heat with the main rotor blades. Then if we move here to the front, we have of course more details like the engine intakes. This one is needed to cut ropes or wires to avoid collision with the main rotor. Of course we have the main landing gears with the beacon lights, here the red one, here the green one, and then the cockpit here and the passenger area. Let's start with the cockpit that I think it turned out pretty nice. Here we also have the doors that can be opened to show the inside, just like the real one. So you can open the door and you can see the minifigures inside with some instruments. While for the passengers, maybe let's hide the rotor a second so it's easier to show you what we have here. we have a little window that can be removed. So you can remove the window, maybe we keep them closed on this side and open on the other. And here again we have the space for the guns. Now maybe we can place here the machine gun. That looks quite nice. Inside we have the one of the passengers. While for this one, it's a sliding door, but you have first to remove this section. If you notice, this wall section here is connected by only one pin. The reason is to make easier to connect it and disconnect it, especially for the disconnection. This way it's easier. So you can easily disconnect this part, and without it the final shape is not too shabby, but no worry, because this part of the fuselage will be covered by the sliding door that opens like this up until here. We have a stopper, so you cannot slide it more than this. And then you can check the inside with some seats. Of course, you can also remove the seats if you don't want them. And here again we have the connection for the gun. You can connect here, but maybe you want it in another position. No problem, you remove this part. Move the connecting point, for example here, cover it again, and then you can connect the weapon here or whatever you want. You can move it in any position without problems, and choose the spot you like most. From above you can see we have enough spots for many passengers. If you don't want any stud here, you can replace it with all tiles. The structure will not be compromised by it, so you can remove the seats you want without problems. And lastly, before concluding this review video, here my second version of it, so the previous update of the UH-60 blackhawk, where you can see all the improvements added in the third version. Cockpit area is the one I worked on most, but I think you can spot many little differences here and there also for the main rotor, the engines, the sliding door, the tail maybe a little less, but also here we have improvements. But I want also know your opinion and what you honestly think about it. So let me know here in the comments your thoughts about the blackhawk I made this time. You can also let me know what you want to see next. If I see something suggested many times, it will likely be my next creation. And the video is finished. See you again next time with a new project. Bye!